Have you ever wondered why some people wake up several times a night to use the bathroom, while others sleep peacefully until morning, even if they both drink about the same amount of water during the day? The difference isn't always about age or health problems. In many cases, it's about when, how, and what they drink. Yes, the simple act of adjusting your drinking habits can be the key to finally sleeping through the night without those frustrating bathroom interruptions. For many older adults, waking up at night to urinate, known as nocturia, becomes such a normal routine that they almost accept it as an unavoidable part of aging. But what if it doesn't have to be? What if a few small, smart changes could help your body manage fluids better, protect your bladder from overworking at night, and give you back those deep, refreshing hours of sleep you've been missing? That's exactly what we're about to explore together. Let's begin with one of the most overlooked, yet powerful habits: early morning hydration. Think of your body like a plant. When it's nourished early in the day, it thrives all day long. But if you keep it dry until late afternoon and then pour on the water, it becomes overloaded. The same thing happens with your kidneys and bladder. When you drink water mostly in the morning and early afternoon, you give your body plenty of time to process and eliminate fluids while you're awake and active. By night time, the system is balanced, and the urge to urinate weakens naturally. Take Walter, a 8-year-old retiree, for example. He used to wake up 3 to 4 times every night. He thought it was just part of getting older. But once he started drinking most of his water before lunch, a full glass right after waking up, another mid-morning, and a third before lunch, something remarkable happened. Within a week, he was only waking up once. After a month, he slept through the night completely. His mornings became more energetic, his mind clearer, and his body felt lighter. The secret wasn't a pill or special drink, it was simply timing. This leads us to another crucial adjustment: being mindful of evening intake. Most people don't realize that even a small cup of water an hour before bed can be enough to wake you up later in the night. That's because as we age, our kidneys become more sensitive to fluid balance. They don't hold or process water as efficiently as they once did. So what you drink close to bedtime is more likely to end up waking you up in the middle of the night. A helpful rule of thumb is to gradually taper down your fluid intake about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. It doesn't mean you should go thirsty, far from it. Just shift your main hydration earlier and let your body slowly wind down in the evening. You can still enjoy a small sip if your mouth feels dry, but try not to have full glasses of water, milk or tea too late. Let's look at Virginia's story. She loved having a warm cup of herbal tea every night before bed. It was her comfort routine for years. But she didn't realize that her tea contained natural compounds that increased urine production. She decided to move that ritual to earlier in the evening, around 7 p.m. instead of 9. Within a few days, she noticed she was sleeping longer stretches without interruption. By the end of the week, she was waking up refreshed, instead of drowsy and irritated from multiple trips to the bathroom. It's often small shifts like these, not drastic changes, that make the biggest difference. Many people assume that to stop nighttime urination, they must stop drinking entirely in the evening. But that's not necessary or healthy. Your body still needs fluids. The goal is simply to let your kidneys complete their processing before you lie down. And here's something that surprises many people. Not all drinks are created equal. Some beverages, even though they seem harmless, actually encourage your body to make more urine. Caffeine, alcohol, and certain herbal teas are all diuretics, meaning they make your kidneys work harder to flush out water. For example, caffeine, found not just in coffee but also in tea, chocolate, and even some pain relievers, can stay in your system for several hours. Seniors, in particular, process caffeine more slowly, so that afternoon coffee you enjoyed at 3 p.m. could still be stimulating your bladder well into the night. The same goes for alcohol. It may make you feel drowsy initially, but it fragments your sleep and increases urine output. Jerry, a 72-year-old former accountant, learned this the hard way. He loved sipping a small glass of wine with dinner and believed it helped him relax before bed. But after learning about alcohol's diuretic effects, he decided to limit his drinking to weekends and to stop entirely after 7 p.m. The change was striking. His nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 4 to just 1, he felt. More alert in the mornings, and even noticed his blood pressure improved slightly. The good news is, you don't have to give up beverages you enjoy. You just need to make smarter swaps. Instead of caffeinated or alcoholic drinks in the evening, Try soothing non-diuretic alternatives like chamomile tea, barley water, or warm lemon water. These options hydrate gently without putting extra pressure on the bladder. Another often overlooked factor in managing nighttime urination is consistency. The body thrives on rhythm, from our sleep patterns to our digestion and even our hydration. When you drink water randomly large amounts at once, or none for long hours, your kidneys can't predict when to filter and when to rest. That inconsistency can lead to overactivity during the night. A steady hydration routine can train your body to distribute fluids evenly throughout the day. A simple approach is to drink a glass with each meal and another small one between meals. That adds up to enough water without overwhelming your system all at once. Eleanor, 66, followed this simple plan. Before, she would go all morning without drinking, then realize in the afternoon she was dehydrated and quickly gulp down 2 or 3 glasses. Naturally, her body couldn't process it all before bedtime. When she began spacing out her drinks evenly, her nighttime bathroom visits reduced drastically. Her digestion also improved, and she reported feeling calmer and more focused during the day. What's beautiful about these changes is that they're gentle and realistic. You don't need new equipment, supplements, or complicated schedules, just awareness and small shifts in timing and routine. Now, let's look at something most people never think about: the temperature of what they drink and the way they drink it. Believe it or not, both can affect how often you wake up at night. When you drink cold water or iced beverages, it causes your bladder muscles to contract more quickly. That sudden chill signals your body to get rid of fluids faster, even if it's not truly necessary. It's why many people feel an urgent need to urinate after drinking something cold, especially at night. On the other hand, room temperature or slightly warm drinks are much gentler on the bladder. They allow your body to absorb water more gradually, keeping you hydrated without creating that sudden rush to the bathroom. Harold, a 70-year-old who'd struggled for years with restless nights, discovered this simple truth almost by accident. He had a habit of drinking a tall glass of ice water right before bed, thinking it would keep him hydrated overnight. When his doctor suggested switching to a small cup of warm water instead, the results amazed him. Within a week, he noticed he could sleep almost 6 hours straight without waking up. The urge to urinate during the night nearly vanished, and he began to feel truly rested for the first time in years. But the temperature is only part of the equation. The speed of drinking matters just as much. When you gulp water quickly, your body reacts as if it's being flooded. The kidneys work faster, and the bladder fills sooner. Sipping slowly, however, signals the body to absorb more water into the tissues instead of rushing it straight to the bladder. This small difference in drinking rhythm can significantly reduce nighttime urgency. Imagine your body as a sponge. If you pour too much water too quickly, most of it runs off the surface. But if you drizzle slowly, it soaks in deeply. That's how slow sipping benefits your system. It's not just hydration, it's absorption. Now, as you begin making these small adjustments, you'll start noticing changes not just in your sleep, but also in your overall energy. When your nights are restful, your body repairs itself more efficiently. Hormones that regulate metabolism and blood sugar are better balanced. You wake up with more focus, your mood improves, and even your digestion benefits. It's a ripple effect that begins with something as simple as how and when you drink. But perhaps the most important thing to remember is consistency and patience. These habits work best when they become part of your daily rhythm. You don't need to expect instant results overnight. Your body takes time to adapt, just like training a muscle. Start small, observe how your body responds, and adjust gently. If you find yourself still waking up occasionally, don't be discouraged. Sometimes improvement comes gradually. You might go from 4 trips to the bathroom to 2, then down to 1, and eventually none. Each step is progress. Think of it as teaching your bladder and kidneys a new routine, one that supports your rest rather than interrupts it. And remember, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Each person's body, medication, and metabolism are different. If you've tried these methods and still struggle with frequent nighttime urination, it's always wise to speak with your doctor. Sometimes underlying issues like blood sugar imbalance, medication side effects, or prostate enlargement in men can play a role. With professional guidance and these simple hydration strategies, you can fine-tune what works best for your body. It's also worth paying attention to what you drink throughout the day beyond caffeine or alcohol. Many people overlook the hidden diuretics in common beverages and foods. For instance, sodas, especially diet ones, often contain artificial sweeteners that irritate the bladder lining, prompting more frequent urination. Energy drinks, carbonated water, and citrus juices can have similar effects for some people. Switching to gentler alternatives such as plain water, coconut water, or herbal infusions can make a noticeable difference. You might wonder, does cutting back on drinks in the evening mean risking dehydration? Not at all. The key is balance. Hydrate well during your active hours. For example, have one glass of water after waking up, one mid-morning, another with lunch, one mid-afternoon, and a final small one with dinner. This steady pattern keeps you fully hydrated without overwhelming your kidneys late at night. To get the most from your new habits, it helps to observe your daily routine for a few days. Write down when and what you drink and when you tend to wake up at night. You might start seeing patterns you hadn't noticed before. Maybe you drink a bit too much right before bed, or maybe a certain beverage triggers the urge. Awareness is the first step toward control. Many people who've applied these tips report that not only do they sleep better, but their entire health outlook improves. When sleep becomes deeper and more consistent, blood pressure stabilizes, energy returns, and memory sharpens. It's as if the body finally gets the rest it's been asking for all along. For example, Harold, the man who swapped ice water for warmth, said that after a few weeks of uninterrupted sleep, he felt like his mornings started earlier but with twice the energy. That's the power of good rest paired with smart hydration. So far, we've explored how timing, type, temperature, and technique all play crucial roles in minimizing nighttime urination. Each of these might seem small on its own, but together they create a powerful system that helps your body work more efficiently. In the next and final batch, we'll bring everything together, how these hydration habits not only quiet nighttime bathroom trips, but also boost your heart, brain, and emotional health. And we'll close with a simple, motivating message on how to start applying these steps tonight for a better tomorrow. In summary, managing nighttime urination isn't about giving up fluids, it's about mastering balance. By drinking most of your water earlier in the day, tapering off gently in the evening, choosing the right beverages, sipping slowly, and opting for warm or room temperature drinks, you allow your body to absorb fluids efficiently and rest peacefully through the night. These small, consistent habits retrain your bladder and kidneys, helping you regain control over your sleep and wake up feeling refreshed, focused, and full of energy. Real-life stories like Walter's, Virginia's, Harold's, and Eleanor's show that these changes work not through complicated routines or medications, but through steady, mindful hydration. Over time, you'll notice that fewer bathroom trips at night lead to better rest, improved mood, clearer thinking, and stronger overall health. So tonight, take that first step. Swap the cold bedtime drink for a warm one. Try sipping instead of gulping. Hydrate early, ease off late, and let your body find its natural rhythm again. If this video has been helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might be struggling with restless nights. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more practical, science-backed health tips that help you live stronger, sleep deeper, and feel better every day.